The Democrats are completely disconnected from the American people. So whether you're talking about the border, whether you're talking about wasteful government spending, whether you're talking about women's sports, the Democrats are on the wrong side of every single issue. But of course, now they're panicking when they realize that, oh, we're actually in trouble. We're losing support. What the heck are we going to do to win back the trust in the public? But the good news, of course, is they're not going to change their ways and instead go out and blame you, the voter, for not being well informed enough. All right. So let's go ahead and hear this being discussed by Andrew Schulz and Joe Rogan. But before we get to these clips, don't forget to like and comment on this video so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
I saw one CNN after the election. They were talking about us in specific, and they were talking about how there is this network of podcasts that are interconnected that has been financed. Like this huge corporate finance network.
It's called Black Rifle Coffee.
It's like, it's so stupid. No, it's actually just a bunch of friends, you idiots. We just happen to do each other's podcasts. I mean, but they're like trying to sort it out.
Bro, it's
like
so funny.
They support each other. They go on each other's shows. And they're all in this together. Well, we need that on the left. Like, good luck.
Yeah, that's...
You guys cancel each other if your Ukraine flag is too small.
Yeah. 6 by 6.
Yeah, you can talk shit about each other for not having trans kids. You guys are out of your mind. You're not gonna sync up together. You're in a suicide cult.
Yeah, I think that was the results of the election. I don't think that they would like to believe this, but it was a rejection of what was happening. I think the assumption is everybody just loves Trump and he's just this populist, and every person that voted for him is like, I just love everything about this guy. But I actually think that a lot of people were just like, I don't like what's happening now.
Right.
And this current administration is saying that they don't want to change much that's happening now.
Right.
So I'm voting against that lack of change.
Right.
And I think it's important for them to realize that. Like, I talk about this a lot, especially with Charlotte on the pod, and it's just like, you have to be reflective, like what the people are telling you. Like when the Mangione thing happened and the reaction by the people was to laugh at it.
Yeah,
and
they were kind of
like,
pumped.
But you got to look at that and you got to pay very close attention to what people are feeling. Don't tell them what they should feel and you know better and, oh, we have to, lead them to the water because they're too stupid to know how to find it. No. They are disillusioned by the medical system. And if you don't meet them there, you're never going to win. Ever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, at least from talking to Trump, that was something that I got from him, is like, it doesn't seem like it when you see him on the news and shit, but he's like an acute listener. Like, he listens to what people are saying. And he listens to, more importantly, what they're feeling. And he can tap into those feelings. And I think that that's what people who've had a lot of success in politics were able to do. Barack did it. Bill Clinton did it. Probably maybe the best.
Yeah, it's
you need to listen.
What I think what Trump's done that's really brilliant is bringing people like Tulsi Gabbard, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Kash Patel, like bringing those people, and like you kind of really do get a chance to change things, like legitimately change things.
But think about that decision, right? It's like those people are all echoing sentiments that the majority of Americans feel. We do not trust the food. Here's the guy who says the food is bad.
Right.
Maybe we should put him in control of the food. Kind of like a simple thing.
Yeah.
Instead of going, well, this guy is the food doctor and we're going to hire the food doctor because he knows what food is good for you and you guys should just shut up and listen. And I feel like there's a lot of this like top down on the left. And I'm not trying to just like bag on the left. I don't care really about that. Like, I don't even care about the politics. I care more about like where the cultural liquidity is. And it's like, you can't talk down to people. There's this like Ivy League pretentiousness in the Democratic Party, I feel, where they're like, we know better and just, you must be stupid if you don't agree with us. And it's like, all right, well, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Yeah. I'm dumb then. So why doesn't somebody meet me where I'm stupid and start at least making me feel like I'm not an asshole for the way that I, for my, I guess you could say, political leanings now. Yeah, I feel like they need to meet. And it's a very simple thing. Make it a class issue, and I think they win. And say what you want about America, but I think it's better if we have two people running for president that we're stoked about, and it's a really hard decision.
Oh, yeah. That would be wonderful. Yeah, that's not what we had. we had one group of people that legitimately wanted to change things, and then we're going to see what happens if they do. But you're seeing weird stuff today that you never see before, which is like a real adjustment to the age of the internet. One of the things you're seeing is, I don't know if you saw the 22 different Congress people who are all saying the exact same line with the word shit in it.
What was the line?
So it's like, it's this speech. They're reading it verbatim. They're all reading it and doing it to a microphone as if it's a rant. Can you pull it up just so we can see it? Because it's so nuts.
This is think
when
tank
you see them all
politics.
together, it's just like they have it on screens as tiles, and they're all saying the same words. They all have their own little flair they put on it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Put your headphones on. This is fucking bananas.
It's terrible. It's hard to listen to.
It's okay. You won't be able. You can't really tell. It's like a crowd. But when they had three of them, when it was the first three, was like it was Chuck Schumer and someone else.
Yeah.
They're saying the exact. Oh, Elizabeth Warren and someone else.
Yeah.
They're saying the exact same words.
Yeah.
In the exact same subjects, in the exact same order. You guys are all reading off a script, and you're trying by putting the word shit in there to be authentic.
Well,
Shit ain't right.
to be specifically authentic. They're like, we need to speak to working class
kids.
people, to the kids.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like bigoted in a weird way where like, it feels like they're almost in a think tank like, hey, listen, these poor dummies, they like it when you curse.
Yeah.
So if you use a few curse words in your speech, they're going to really relate to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we actually need somebody disruptive.
That's a great description of the Democrats, right? They know better than you, right? They live in Washington, D.C. They live in New York City. They live in California, right? All the places where the wealthy and the powerful congregate. So clearly they know better, right? Never mind the fact that politicians and doctors and yes, even scientists are wrong an awful lot, all right? But we have to put our trust into them because what? They simply know better? This is the appeal to authority, which of course is complete garbage, right? If you're educated on a subject, great, but it doesn't mean you're right about everything. And the American people were able to see right through that because the Democrats were headed in the wrong direction. There was no connection there. And yes, as Schulz points out, it was a change. We didn't like what was happening. We wanted something different because the Democrats were happy to dig in their heels, tell you that everything was fine. You were just too dumb to realize that, right? So who were the change agents? Who were the ones out there wanting to disrupt government? It was Donald Trump. And he even went so far as to nominate Democrats, or former Democrats at least, into his cabinet, right? As was pointed out. Hey, we got a whole bunch of questions about our food, about our vaccines, about government efficiency, about government corruption. So what are you going to do? Hire the same old people and bring them in? Or the people who are actually out there and being a bit skeptical? That sounds like a great idea to me because I want folks in government who are willing to question things, who aren't just going to go along because someone is padding their pockets or supporting their NGO or anything like that, right? That is what we really need. And by the way, when we talk about that authenticity, right, that connection to the American people, who's actually listening? Who's actually out there putting out their ideas and saying, oh, people are unhappy with healthcare. People are unhappy with the price of food. People are unhappy with the government corruption, right? Those are the issues the American people were the most excited about. And although I don't agree with Andrew Schulz that this was a vote against Kamala Harris so much as a vote for Trump, I think that Trump won the popular vote, the Electoral College, for a reason because they liked his ideas, not just the simple fact that Kamala's ideas were the same old, although of course two things can be true at once. But the Democrats keep coming across as pandering corporate shills, and I hope they never change. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and say hi to your mom for me.